Alright, hello fun and welcome back to my Fallout 4 Mod Spotlight series, where today we are having a look at the Mind Games Handmade Laser Rifle mod, which is being released by the Mind Games mod team. And what this glorious little piece of work looks to add into the game is an absolutely amazing new standalone energy weapon that is going to be in the upcoming full release of the Mind Games Quest mod, and that weapon, of course, is an energy version of the Nuka World Handmade Rifle, and I love it. Not only does it look cool, but I just love that concept. I've always enjoyed in both Fallout and in other post-apocalyptic games where they take normal guns and turn them into energy weapons that they really shouldn't be. I like that aesthetic. I think it's pretty darn cool. And plus, it's just a fun gun to play around with that I've very much been enjoying my time with so far. So let's jump on over here and have a look at what exactly we are getting with the Handmade Laser Rifle, which in its most basic and standard form will do 32 base level damage with a microfusion cell, with a firing rate of 40, range of 71, accuracy of 75, and a not too shabby weight of 6.4. And as you can see here, it is a pretty good looking gun. Certainly, of course, does look the part for the handmade rifle, but one that has been just heavily modified to turn it into a laser weapon. I'm loving, of course, the microfusion cell just sort of welded into a pseudo magazine thing down there. All the wiring, little bits of circuitry added in. I even like that on what used to be, of course, the pressure system for the gun, there's like these copper coil looking bit up here, which is pretty cool. I like it. All very neat. Even got like the laser diode there and even a nifty little light on the back. I don't know what that's for, but hey, it's a light. And all in all, it's just a cool gun that I have very, very much enjoyed. And with the modifications you got for it, you can change it up to more your kind of play style. In total, there should be, I believe, 36 different modifications in here, and with everything from keeping it semi-auto and turning it into a sniper rifle, or going full auto to be some sort of, laser machine gun. So yeah, very nice to have those. I do wish there were a few more. What? I don't know, but, more attachments are always a good thing. But overall, still, with the selection we have, it is pretty good and will help keep the gun far more useful into later points in the game, especially considering some of the requirements for some of the modules here are going to up things like, require things like commando or rifleman, which is why even though the base damage of this gun is 32, we're actually up to 57 right now because I had to take 4 points of rifleman to get one of the stocks on here, which, so thanks to that, this thing can really help you into the later game, which is pretty cool. Now, as for how you do get your hands on one of these, well, it's pretty darn easy. First and foremost, you are going to require the Far Harbor and Nuka World DLCs. Those are a hard requirement for this, as it, of course, uses bits and bobs from that. But once you got those installed, it's really, really easy, since this is a sneak peek at this gun, and the gun itself is actually meant to be acquired at a specific point in the Mind Game story. They didn't add it into any level loot list or anything like that. It is purely, for now, made at any chemistry station in the world, where you got the Handmade Laser Rifle category here. And so long as you've got the materials, rank 2 in science and rank 3 in gun nut, you can make your very own handmade laser rifle, and that's pretty cool. The requirements are pretty high, actually, especially with Gun Nut 3, so it's going to be something you're, going to be able to make later in the game, and it is going to take quite a bit of materials, but I'd say well worth it for the weapon you get, as it is a fun one. So, let's take a look at what modifications we all do have. As I mentioned before, there's about 36 of them. In the capacitor category, it's the pretty typical stuff of like photon exciter, beta wave tuner, photon agitator, and up to like the overcharged capacitor here, giving you the highest base level damage for semi-auto, which is not too shabby. In the barrel category, we've got things like the short, long, automatic, if you want to go that route, or a sniper barrel to get even more damage on your enemy. Always good to see. And then improved versions of those. And then in the stock category here, we've got a short, the standard there, a full wooden stock, always gotta love that, nice wooden marksman stock, a recoil compensating, and finally, an expanded ammo stock, which is basically just the marksman stock with an extra microfusion cell, and I kind of like that idea. It's weird, and I enjoy it. And next to the magazines, we've got the standard and large, and then quick eject versions of the two. And finally, in sights, which is our largest category here, we've got standard, a standard with no rack up top there. We got a short scope, see-through, reflex, medium scope with see-through, long with see-through, and then a variety of night vision and recon scopes here, which is good to see. Again, just giving you some more variety. And that is it for the modifications. Like I said, it's a pretty decent list to make it more usable into the later game. I do wish there was some more aesthetic things added in, but oh well, what are you gonna do? It's not exactly too important now, is it? So let me grab my modified versions here, and let's see how this thing works. Starting, of course, with our standard version, and take some shots. And there we go. It's still, you know, a laser weapon in Fallout, so it does have some weird kick to it, and I never understand why. But the kick is very minimal, so it is quite easy to keep on target, even with, you know, pulling the trigger as fast as you can, which in the basic version is not very fast at all, but still not too bad. And overall, yeah, just a nice controllable laser weapon. My one problem I have with it is the standard sights at the very beginning, but, you know, that speaks more to that style of gun than anything, so, I mean, it's certainly appropriate for the weapon we have in hand. But yeah, I just always get lost with the little nub at the end. It's just easy to lose it in the environment, but that's why we have the other scopes. Always good times there. Let's take a look then at the overcharged version here, which is the highest amount of damage I was able to get this thing to, 172. Now that is with 4 points of rifleman thanks to the expanded ammo stock that required that, but still, that's not too bad for a gun in this game. So 172 will really last you quite a while there, and it does also just look pretty darn cool. And I like that we have 3 lights on the back of this one instead of just the one. It's neat. But take some shots. And there we go. Still a pretty slow firing thing, but I mean, at this point you're using it as a sniper rifle, so that's kind of par for the course, I guess you would say there. And again, with that controllability of this thing, you can really just keep on target, which is pretty great. And even with someone who's as bad at shooting in games as me, it works out pretty darn well. And again, it just looks wonderful. I love the look of this gun. Especially with this sniper barrel on this thing. It looks so cool, and especially with the expanded wooden foregrip there. I love it. I love it. Let's grab, of course, the automatic one, which sadly was only up to 63. So not the most damaging thing ever, but with the, you know, well, modification, still not that bad. Also, why did I turn on my flashlight? There we are. And fire. And you can see there, it is a little bit more all over the place with the fully automatic because, boy, this thing does shoot very, very quick. The 44 rounds I've got in that large quick eject magazine, you chew through them very, very quickly, so you're a bit all over the place, but still, it's not that bad. Certainly more controllable than some other automatic weapons we've played with in the past. So let's take a look at this thing in use against our typical foe and grab ourselves. And oh, nope, I just reset the time to 10 in the morning. Nope, there we go. A bit further up. There we are. Deathclaw. Run away. And whoop, there we go. Okay, he's a little chewed up. We got him down halfway. with this gun. Yeah, let's actually finish him off with the other. He's downrange. I can't really see him though now, but oh, come on, please leave back there. Okay. Oh, that was a good one. And he's down. Oh, God, parts of him really flew. And there we go. It is a fun gun. I, again, really have enjoyed my time with this thing. It's just a cool look. You guys know me too. I always love the look of any gun with wood and metal. And having that with a laser weapon just makes me even happier for some reason. And with the different, more electronic attachments, this handmade rifle looks pretty freaking awesome turned into a laser gun. And I can't wait to actually get this in the proper Mind Games Quest mod when it does come out. It sounds like it'll be pretty cool. It'll be carried by one of the companions, who will then make a new one and give you their old hand-me-down, apparently. So can't wait to get that when that does release. But if you'd like to take a look at this mod for yourself, which I certainly would recommend that you do, as it is still just a fun gun, you have a look at the link in the description, as per usual. But that, my friends, is going to be it for this video today. Hopefully you all have enjoyed, and you do come back for whatever mod we look at next. But until that time, thank you for watching. As always, we'll have a good one.